All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Justin Clark here with iCoinPro, and I'm going to do a morning market analysis here. For anybody who's tuning into this, as you jump on, let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you're seeing this live or on a replay. And drop a like, drop a comment, drop a heart, just so I know that you're here as you come on to the live stream. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll try and answer them here on the live stream, or I'll go ahead and jump through the comments and answer them after the video. So the purpose of these, what I'm do, every single morning here is I'm just looking at Bitcoin really, because Bitcoin's the leader in these crypto markets. So when it's potentially setting up to do a bigger move, either up or down, we want to know that there's the potential for that. And why we want to know that as day traders, people are trading in iCoinPro, is so that we don't get caught flat-footed if there's potentially going to be a dump, if that's in the cards at all. So we want to know that that's potentially there. Uptrending markets, we do great in. Downtrending markets, we do great in. But we keep an eye on things overall. But Bitcoin is a big bully, for those who don't know. So whatever happens with that, it impacts the altcoins in almost an outsized way. So if Bitcoin dumps 5%, you better believe some of those alts are going to dump 10, 15%. All right. So we want to be aware of that and ready to trade those, because that's where we make our money with the micro profit system, is trading in and out on the trend. And again, I've been outperforming Bitcoin since September 2019 using this system when I perfected it. So I never really worry too much about whether Bitcoin's going to 100,000 or to $1,000 with this system, as long as it's moving, right? I want volatility and volume, and then I can keep printing cash with the system that we do. Again, none of this is investment advice. This is for information and entertainment purposes only. That's what they want us to say. So that's what it's for. I'm not trying to tell you where Bitcoin's going to be in a week. But what we look at is the probabilities, whether if it goes above this level, whether there's going to probably be some buyers that are going to show up and get excited, or whether it goes below a certain level and some other factors, and whether we're going to see a bunch of sellers show up and the party's over for this run. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share here. Hold on one second. Here we go. All right. So let's take a good look at Bitcoin, and we're going to use a particular chart setup, and I'll explain this for newbies. People are looking at this for the first time. You're going to see what looks like a bunch of spaghetti, colored spaghetti. These are called moving averages. A moving average is just a calculation. You really don't even have to know how the math works on these, but if you want to know, this is a smooth moving average. There's a calculation they do. It looks back 150 days because we're looking at a one-day chart, and then gives you an average of the price, right? And it plots that purple line. We've got a maroon line, gold, green. And the bottom line is, when we're trading above all of these, and in particular when they pull far away from the price action, which these candles represent the price of Bitcoin currently and in the past, when they pull farther away, the more bullish it gets. You can see that right here, where we got a really good run. When we're trading above these and getting far, far away from the current price action, that's momentum building potentially. And then obviously at some point it's going to end. But nothing goes up in a straight line, nothing goes down in a straight line. And that's where we make our profit, right? With how we trade. But this was back in 2021 when we had a really good bull run going on. Then we also can see the opposite when we're trading well below all of these different lines and not above. Then we're potentially in a bear market cycle and definitely not in a bull market. Bull markets are when we're trading above all of these in general. We have to come down, trade below, consolidate, and then try to bust through again, right? And that's when we can potentially start the bullish run, when we're trading above all these. You learn this in a single module. It's actually a fantastic standalone module that's actually in the part 3 of our training. If I go over here and show you guys this, if you are in iCoinPro as a member, you can go to the micro profit system part 3. You can really do this module at any point. It's called MA Momentum, and you'll learn about this chart setup and how to use it. All right, so long story short, let's get back to this. So right now, Bitcoin is kind of stuck in the middle. The big issue is this purple downtrend line. This is what it needs to conquer. And I know it sounds silly, right? It's a line on a freaking chart, okay? But that's how these markets are determined, and more than just Bitcoin and crypto, also for stocks and other things that have other levels of value. This purple downtrend line determines, whether or not we're going to potentially kick off and keep going, or if we're just going to keep getting rejected here and might need a deeper retrace or even a bear market cycle to possibly reattack this again. We'll have to see. But for now, until we get through this, we are where we are. This downtrend line, you can see we've attacked it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times without getting through. We had a couple times where the market got scared. This was a big dump that happened here, which was a great trading day. Started this month, started out with this. This has been fantastic trading for us. But right now we bounce back. And what we're trying, let's kind of zoom in a little bit here. Here's the key levels that I see right now. We need to reclaim about 63,000 and start trading above that. You can see we got above it, but quickly got rejected. Went back down below this purple moving average. We got to get above that and start trading above it to potentially build some momentum to try to go for this, 64,000. And if we can do that, then we might get enough momentum to try to attack this again. If we can break through this downtrend line, which is sitting at about 66,000 with really good volume, right? Like the volume super picks up. That could be a clear signal to other traders to buy, that we could be potentially moving up from there, okay? Again, potential. I don't know if it's going to do that or not. Everything's potential until it happens, right? So that's where we're at with that. So right now we got to reclaim 63K, then get 64K, and then we might be able to attack this and start moving beyond. Man, people would love to see a big green guide candle blowing through this. That would just be a very clear signal for a lot of traders who like to buy breakouts. That's another strategy of trading. But for us, if it does break out like that, we just, trade the dips on the back end with a lot of confidence when the market starts to dip based on our dip strategy, which you can learn by doing a free boot camp. If you have an interest in learning how to trade, there's a free boot camp. If somebody shared this video with you, get back with them. If you are finding this somewhere on YouTube or Facebook, you can shoot an email to support@iCoinPro.com. We connect you up with a trader who's in your local area if you have no referral, or we can find who referred you, all right, if you're not sure who referred you. Anyway, support@iCoinPro.com. All right, so moving along here, let's talk about the downside potential. Obviously, we have all of these resistances here. The key is 60,000, right? If we keep trading above 60,000, bumping off of it, that's good. If we put pressure on 60,000, we could see the alts dump again a bit. They really dumped the other day when we put some pressure on 60,000. If we lose 60,000, then this purple line is kind of the last line of defense, about 56, 57,000. If we lose 56,000, it could really confuse this market, okay? And that would not be good. Then we could possibly retest, 53, 52, 53, and then ultimately 49.50. But yeah, losing this purple line, this is the last line of defense here. When we lose that, you can see down here, we started trading below it. We did get a bounce back, but then we started to trade below it consistently, couldn't get back above it, and then went into the bear cycle, okay? So again, yeah, trading below that opens up the potential for a bearish cycle or a more significant retrace, all right? So anyway, we need to stay above that. So that's it on those. Key resistance 53, 54, and then above that, probably 56. I'm sorry, 63, 64, and then 66. On the downside, losing 60 would not be good. Losing 56 would be even worse. and then losing anything 52K and below down to 49, 50K. Really bad, but we'll have to see. Again, like they say, steps to the top, elevator to the bottom, right? We'll have to see if the market can keep the buying pressure up to keep moving up here or not. So a couple other things I'll just look at here really quick. One thing we like to keep a close eye on are what are called longs and shorts on Binance. We do that through blockchainwhispers.com. Longs mean people betting that Bitcoin's going up with leverage. It's risky trading. Shorts means people betting it's going to go down with risky trading. Right now, 60% of people are long. Not super concerning yet. Once we get to 70% or higher, that means the market's really overconfident. And what happens is if everybody starts betting Bitcoin's going to go up and then it doesn't, and it keeps creeping lower, and then that goes up to 71%, 72%, and keeps ratcheting up, and the price keeps slipping lower and lower on the chart, we can get what's called a long squeeze, like what happened here, where we had a dramatic drop in Bitcoin's price, 15%. Fabulous day for us for trading. I mean, we crush it on days like that. We have several of those, that have happened over time. March 12th was one of the bigger ones in recent memory in 2020. Oh man, just a mega dump, over 51% in 2 days. Fantastic trading for us. Yep. So again, we don't want those longs to go too high. We like to see it kind of even, because that means trading's kind of business as usual. When they hover around 49, 50% each, that's great. But also we do like it when it gets really high, and then we do get those big dump days. And conversely, if you get shorts over 70%, that's overconfident that, the market's going to go down, and that can cause a short squeeze, which means the price explodes up as everybody gets liquidated. So the exact same thing can happen. All the longs can get liquidated. The price is going to go down. The shorts can get liquidated. The price is going to go up. But right now we're kind of in the middle. So we'll just have to see how things kind of work out and grind their way along here. And we are grinding a bit. All right. Last thing I want to look at, as far as what looks exciting from the standpoint of coins that we could be potentially trading, I'm keeping an eye on. Nothing really too exciting right now, guys. I'm going to let our software, we have our spread tracker, which tracks when the dips start happening, our blow up tracker, which tracks when coins blow up huge, and our dump tracker, which tracks when coins dump huge, and it builds it out over here on our list. I'm going to clear my lists out. And you want to do this about every 24 hours if you have the iCoinPro trading portal, and then just let the system rebuild your list. So when things start moving, I will get push notifications to my phone that something is happening in the market, and they come out and they look like this, which is super cool. So when things start getting good, I'll start getting a bunch of notifications that there are potential trades happening to my phone from the iCoinPro trading portal. Okay, you'll get that dip alerts, etc. And if that's happening, then it'll be time to go to work. If not, I'm in hurricane prep mode over here, East Coast of Florida. So prayers going out to everybody on the West Coast. Looks like it's going to hit here tonight. So man, it does not look good. So please stay safe, anybody who's in those low-lying areas that need to evacuate. All right, we're thinking about you guys on the West Coast of Florida. Again, we're on the East Coast. I think we're going to be okay, but pray for everybody in Florida. This is going to be pretty disruptive. All right, everybody, that's all I've got for this morning. Again, we'll keep an eye out for those alerts. Rock those. I may or may not be here tomorrow morning if we don't have power to do the morning market analysis. So stay safe. I think we got enough to work on here, those key levels and stuff like that for a day or two. And we'll see. Hopefully, let's see what happens today. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe if you're in Florida. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow morning to finish up or do a new market analysis. Bye-bye, everybody.